The Incubator Lab is a competitive postgraduate program that the LMU Film School established in 2010. One of our primary focuses is career pathways, and the Incubator program is a perfect way to springboard graduated students into the industry. We give them office space, we give them dedicated equipment, we give them mentorships, and we do everything we can to help them expedite their projects. We also have allied with Film Independent, which is a terrific organization that nurtures emerging filmmakers. And so in Film Independent, with its terrific set of programs, provides an infrastructure so that these students in the Incubator Lab are very successfully brought face-to-face with industry professionals and are indoctrinated into the way the industry works.
This is something that I've been always wanting to do myself, to connect the film school with the film industry. Individuals in the industry, if they want to succeed, they also need to understand how the art fits into the commerce.
I felt really privileged to be a part of the Incubator Lab, and I felt like when you're in school, it's really easy to be part of this community of filmmakers, young people who are trying to, start their career. But it's much more difficult when you're outside on your own to maintain and also continue to grow that community of filmmakers, of mentors and peers that are sort of in line with your career choices.
Early on, and even still, I think the biggest thing that the Incubator Lab has done is give you, as a filmmaker, as a producer, as a first-time entrant into the industry, a little bit of credibility. I know for a fact there's meetings that I've gotten now that I would not have gotten without saying, I want a great fellowship from one of the top film schools with the help of one of the top independent film organizations in the world backing you. Yeah, the lab has provided event after event for the fellows that, touring the YouTube facilities, many of the labbers did that. Many of the fellows, my incoming class was introduced at the LA Film Festival. They bring you up on stage, have a little ceremony for you. It's pretty exciting.
One of the best sessions I attended was the legal session, which Nicole Popinchek and Bridget of Indie Works and Biz Affairs came in and talked about the legal aspects of filmmaking and what you needed to put in place in order to protect yourself and your project and be able to sell it later down the road.
Every time I think about the Incubator Lab, I think about our very first session with Melissa Blake and Bob Orsi. It was like looking into a window of what I want to do long term. If I could be anybody, it'd really be them, a combination of them. And so as a young Latina filmmaker, to be able to be in this lab and hear them speak and talk about the stories of how they came, how they came up from the assistant level was really inspiring.
The event was a gathering of 15 cinematographers, and I get to show my reel in front of all of them, and that was very exciting, and I made a lot of connections right afterwards.
The project that I developed through the Incubator Lab is a feature documentary called American Dreamers, in which we followed the journey of a group of young people who risked their freedom when they came out publicly as undocumented and walked 3,000 miles to the nation's capital to organize for immigrant rights.
The project I developed through the Incubator Lab is a dramedy about Sam, who's a sophomore in college who gets an internship in Tahoe and hopes to have the winter break of a lifetime, but that doesn't come without consequences.
The project that I developed is called A Night After the War, and I was attached to become part of the production team as a cinematographer.
So I set out my last year to write something that I knew going in I was going to try and make myself. It's basically a group of friends that they went on this adventure that had been kind of, in the back of their heads since they were kids, and then they went on it, as adults. But it is a tried and true small character story.
If you're a graduating student or a recent alumni, I encourage you strongly to apply to this program because this program could make the difference in your success. I'd like to thank the Elbridge and Deborah Stewart Family Foundation for their generous support because without them we would not have this incubator program.